Well, joining me now, former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Iowa and the Executive Director of the Foundation for Accountability and Civic Trust, Matthew Whitaker, and Fox News legal analyst Wiehl. And Lise, let me start with you. Donna Brazile blows it off. I've seen a lot of interviews, kind of a talking point about, oh, it's the way, it's kind of a networking thing.
We all do it, right?
We all do it. We all know people, and
right.
Can you get me into such and such? There's a difference, though, when you control millions or billions of dollars of government contracts that my company just so happens to get, or you pay me a whole bunch of money for a speech.
Right. And she also said smoking, the word smoking in there. And legally what you're looking for is that smoking gun, to take it away from kind of that's how we do it and that's business as usual. And as prosecutors, that's what you're trying to find, because you have to go in for that intent factor, you know, sort of getting into the mind of someone. What are they intending to do here? Is it an official act, taking it out of just says, well, that's just for being nice and kind of playing along with it? Is it, if you take it out and make it that official act, then you're looking at not only sort of a civil thing, you're looking at a crime at that point.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I'm not a lawyer, but I know that much.
You know that much.
And Matt, speaking to another lawyer, so how does the process go, and what do you think the chances are of getting a special prosecutor to dig into where all of this went?
Right. Well, the call for a special prosecutor is ever increasing, because what you have is the president, who has endorsed Hillary Clinton, as you would expect. You know, the attorney general, who works directly for the president, had that meeting on the tarmac with Bill Clinton, and you know, it sounds like there is some tacit agreement that she would continue on in a Clinton administration. And so you really look at sort of, is the independence of the Department of Justice, which is very important to the ongoing success of our country, at jeopardy. And a special prosecutor, as we saw, for example, when Scooter Libby in the Valerie Plame situation was prosecuted by a colleague of mine, Pat Fitzgerald, out of Chicago, he was a special prosecutor with broad discretion. I think maybe even Jim Comey appointed him to that position. And that's what we would expect. Listen, we just want somebody that is independent, that can look at these facts and circumstances, especially on the public corruption front, and make a prosecutorial decision.
Yeah, but Lise, there's a lot of people that go, the Justice Department is not going to do anything as long as President Obama is in office. Political influence on that. So if they won't do anything, is there another way to get a special prosecutor? Well,
the special prosecutor, I think, would at least take it one step further and at least bring it to the grand jury, which was what I think so many people were upset about last time with Comey, which was that he came out and said no reasonable prosecutor would have taken this, no reasonable prosecutor would have done anything with this, would have prosecuted this. Wait a second. As much as respect that we all have for the FBI and for the chief investigator on this case, he is the investigator, not the prosecutor, and not that branch. The investigator is supposed to investigate, the prosecutors are supposed to prosecute it, and bring it to the grand jury, who is supposed to decide whether or not to indict. That was never done, and I think that is why everybody, including myself as a prosecutor, is so, as a former prosecutor, is so frustrated by this process.
Matt, last word. We only a few seconds here. What are the chances of getting a special prosecutor?
Right now, zero. It's too bad, but this Department of Justice is not going to seek any kind of independence in this investigation.
Agreed.
You agree. All right, so there's vote 0-2. All right. Matt Whitaker, Wiehl, love to talk to you more, but we are out of time.